So, hi guys, thank you for joining us. I am one of the founders of Boss Women, and I'm here today with the absolutely lovely Stefania. She has agreed to come on and give us some hints and tips about her styling and also tell us a bit about her journey as well. So, Stefania, do you want to just introduce yourself for me, please?
Hi everyone. Yes, my name is Stefania and I am an Italian London-based style coach. And basically, I help people refine their image to enhance their success. And I am founder of One of a Style.
Excellent. Thank you, Stefania. Thank you so much for joining us. It's lovely to have you here. So with Boss Women, the whole kind of idea behind it is so that we have women helping one another. It's a good platform for everyone to network on as well, and to share their stories and have inspirational women there who are able to help women who are either thinking about starting a business or they have already or they've just started a business, and they need help, they need a network of people around them. So that's the whole kind of point of Boss Women. So as I say, it's lovely to have you on board. And I would love to know, first of all, a bit about you, about your background, and about your business as well.
Yeah, so thank you very much, first of all, for having me here. It's a great pleasure and an honor. I love to inspire women, and usually I love to inspire them for the outfit and the styling choices, but it's good to inspire also business owners and entrepreneurs with a little story of my journey. So I have opened my business 5 years ago, roughly. And before that, I had a fashion background. So I was working in Italy in fashion companies and studied fashion design. So I was working in designing and product development. And it took me almost 10 years to understand that although I loved fashion, what I loved the most was to really help people to boost their confidence, to feel better with themselves and their styles. And this is maybe because I myself had some problems with my self-confidence, never had a perfect body shape. And I was working in an environment that was truly competitive and where the image and the way you show yourself and present yourself is maybe even more important than your skills and how you work. So I've been suffered a lot with self-confidence. I've been really nervous about my outfit choices every day. I don't know. I think I still love fashion and I really treasure what I've learned during my experience because today is really important for what I do yet. But I think over the 10 years of my career in fashion, I have developed this consciousness about it's possible to help people feeling better, no matter where they work, no matter what they do, no matter their physical features, it is possible to feel better. And I've learned this for myself. So through styling, I started feeling more conscious about my points of strength and how to enhance them. I started feeling much more confident and better. And so I've decided to do the same for others. So already in 2011, I became a certified image consultant. And then it took me still 3-4 years to take the courage to quit my job, quit, my country, move to London and make it happen. But I made it happen. So
Excellent, excellent. Wow, that's a really, I mean, couple of points from there. I mean, you're a stylist, you're in fashion, and you were saying about your own self-confidence. I mean, you would never ever think, Stefania, from speaking to you and just looking at you. I mean, you have such a good fashion sense. You would never ever think that you yourself, as somebody in fashion, had a self-confidence problem. I mean, how did you overcome that then?
it was really a journey. So nothing happened overnight. And this is also something that I say to my clients. I don't change people, even because it's not possible. You don't change overnight.
Mm,
It's really a journey. You just start looking at yourself from a different perspective. So what I was doing before I was trying to hide my curves.
Mm,
So I was hiding behind, I don't know, big clothes, big dresses. I was wearing black all the time.
mm,
Still, because I was thinking black makes me look skinnier. So,
mm,
and then I started learning about the colors. You know, I'm wearing colors now. I started learning about how to announce the points of strength, and slowly I started applying these theories, let's say, on me.
mm,
And I could see that it worked. You know, I
mm,
didn't need to hide myself behind big volumes and clothes, or I didn't need to wear black. On the contrary, I look much older and maybe, I don't know, much more tired wearing
mm.
black than other colors.
Yeah.
Um, I was also, because maybe I was working in fashion, probably I was trying to follow trends, to stay on trend. And
Mm,
this is another thing that for most people it can be dangerous, because not necessarily what is on trend is good for us. So once we start knowing it and understanding it and accepting it, we can truly develop a personal style that works for us.
mm.
So this has been my journey, and because I've lived it on my own skin, I can truly understand what people go through and how to help them. And I never try to create like little clones of myself. Everyone has their own personality and journey and lifestyle and situation. So it is really about understanding all of this, you know.
That's very, very interesting because I mean a lot of people in fashion would not say what you've said in terms of their own self-confidence, but I guess that is actually something that's going through everyone's mind. It reminds me of that movie. I'm not sure if you've seen it, Devil Wears Prada.
I have seen it, and it's one of my favorite.
Yeah, I love that movie. It kind of reminds me of that actually. But yeah, that's really interesting. I mean, what you're saying about the whole wearing black. I mean, I used to wear black all the time. Even this morning, I got up and I had put on black, and I was like, no, I'm going to change because I did a color analysis with you. And this is one of my colors, and I was like, and I've gone out and I've had a look through my wardrobe, and now I tend to wear the colors that you recommended in the color analysis, and I get so many compliments. I mean, just changing the color of what you're wearing and the style and the fit of what you're wearing makes such a big difference. So I can personally say that that is actually something that really, really does work. um and you know, once this whole situation with the lockdown is over, we will be going out shopping.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
you'll be coming with me, Stefania. I need your help.
I'd be happy to do so. I'd be happy to do so. Even because, let me tell you this.
Yeah.
Well, in Italy, you can try clothes on.
Mm,
In England, I mean, in the United Kingdom, I think not every shop allow you to try things on, to try
yeah.
clothes on. So
Mm,
it can be really tricky if you go yourself, if you don't have a support from
yeah.
someone that is more experienced and skilled.
Mm,
It can be really tricky. So the risk is that people are gonna buy without trying on, and then maybe go home, and because it's not fitting well, they're not gonna wear it. But at the same time, they don't want to send it back. So it's gonna happen something really dangerous. So we are gonna have a wardrobe stuff, you know, with new clothes that maybe are not truly working for us. So it's really necessary to be conscious about what to buy.
yeah.
So very briefly, a great tip that I always give,
Hmm.
even before COVID, is try to avoid compulsive purchases. So try to write down a list of things that you like to buy,
Hmm.
because the risk is really, after all these months, when
Hmm.
we are going to be free to go shopping, we just want to buy new stuff. So write down a list. Even if it's a huge list, it's okay. Just stick to it and
Mm,
try to stick to brands that you know fit you well, and just try to be more analytic about it.
yeah.
So follow your instinct, but try to avoid compulsive purchases, because that can be really bad for you and your wardrobe.
That's a really good tip actually, because I do actually do that a lot, especially, when we haven't bought anything in a while, or we've not been gone to the shop. So I do that. So I will actually stop that, because and I know we had actually booked a session for us to go shopping before the lockdown, but then the lockdown happened. So as soon as it's over, we will be going Stefania, and I'm absolutely looking forward to it. So we'll hit London town, and we can just go, and I'm just really, really looking forward to, because hopefully it'll be summer by then. Looking for great for the summer outfits and everything, and
Yeah.
like you said, it boosts the confidence and everything as well. So that's absolutely amazing. The other thing you mentioned is that you did a big change from, leaving your job to not, I mean, a lot of people
Mm.
make a decision to leave their job to start their business, but you actually left your own country as well, and you moved to London. So not only did you leave your job, you left your country as well. I mean, how did that feel, and how did you get through that?
It was a mix of feelings, really. I was really feeling excited on one hand, because to be honest with you, again, it didn't happen overnight.
Mm.
I just, developed this idea in a long time, like 1 year. I started thinking maybe I should go. I wasn't happy anymore about my job, about my actual situation, and I started feeling more and more, frustrated. So I think on a side, I really felt the need of a change. So when it happened, I was really excited, but at the same time, I changed my country. It was another language. And because before I was working internationally, I thought I knew English well enough, And then I found myself not understanding people at the till of the supermarket asking me, "Do you want a bag?" And I was like, "What?" So it was, at the beginning, it was really tough.
Mm.
This probably has been, the language has probably been the biggest challenge for me to
Mhm.
go through. But then again, I told myself, you want to do it. So if you want to do it, you need to face the problem. So for example, I started going to the gym and trying to speak with everyone, in the changing room. And then I found some friends, and then we started hanging out. And then again, it was difficult at the beginning, but it happened, and then the more you go on, the more you understand the language and become, you know, um, powerful in it. So it's after a while, it has not become an issue anymore, and here I am.
Wow, it's excellent. I mean, again, I wouldn't be able to. Your English is perfect. You would not be able to tell that you've come through that journey. It's absolutely amazing. As I said, people leave their job, but not necessarily their country as well. So, it's absolutely amazing what you've done, Stefania.
Thank you.
Um, and I'm so glad you came to London, because then, you can style London. So tell me a bit about so we know kind of why you started the business, and what kind of took you there. When, just to give a little bit of insight into you opening your business, and you doing it for these few years. I mean, there must be some highs and lows. I know we all have them in business. Just for like our viewers watching, who are thinking about opening a business, who are just in the early stages and thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do this is too much, because we all go through it. I think it's called imposter syndrome.
Yeah, I think so.
So what were your highs and lows in your business when you started? Do you still have them? And if so, how have you come through them all?
Well, COVID itself has been a low, and
Yes.
it still is, because obviously it has completely turned my life and my business upside down, as it
Mm.
happened to many people, and I think small business owners especially. Um, I had, in 5 years of business, I had many ups and downs.
Mm.
When I became a mom, it was beautiful, amazing on a personal level, but it's been a down for the business. For every woman, when they become a mom, it's at a certain point you had to let go, because you have to look after your child. And my child didn't sleep for 1 year. So it's been, it took me a while to get back to fully get back to work in full force, you know. And so that meant for a long time I had to not give up totally, but consistently on my business. And so restarting, it was a bit difficult again. And I found myself restarting with a little boy to look after. So it was really different from before. How do you come over it? I think it's, well, when you start a business, you have a passion, and but that is not enough. You really have to be determined. Okay, so you're going to have a lot of challenges. You're going to find lots of obstacles, and again, downs happen to everyone. What makes you go on, what makes you go over them, is your resilience, is your will to make it happen, you know. And we also need to be flexible. So you have an idea and you set up your business in a certain way. That doesn't mean it's the right way. So we really need to be self-critical enough to understand when it's time to change your idea about something. We need to be flexible and always look around for new solution, be adaptable, let's say. So if I'm here today after very difficult months behind this year, for example, it's because I have been able, I guess, to adapt my business very quickly and efficiently, and found and also differentiate my offer from other, you know, competitors. So this is really important. And another thing that I find very often, we start probably getting inspiration from competitors, and it's really good. It's absolutely good. I say we should always look around and see and write down a list of what we like and what we don't like. But we can't just follow what others do. We need to differentiate ourselves. We need to find a way to be different, be unique, and also be authentic is really important.
Brilliant. Yeah, I think your uniqueness is, I mean, when I first met you, I think your tagline, I absolutely love it. Well, just say your tagline for me, Stefania. I love it.
Yeah, one of a style because you are one of a kind.
That's it. I love I love that. And it's absolutely true as well. And I think well, you've hit the nail on the head where you've said that especially in these times, you need to kind of be adaptable to change, and to kind of change your business around, say go online if you've not really been online before. So what kind of advice would you give, or what have you been doing to stay visible, say for example on social media, any workshops and things like that, because I know you've done a few of those as well. So tell us a bit more about that as well.
So that's another great advice that I give to everyone that wants to run a business. Push yourself out of your comfort zone. This is what I did. Again, because English is not my first language and I still make a lot of mistakes while I speak or when I write, I never thought of doing some events or some lives or some talks. But then when COVID happened and I said, okay, I can't work, you know, face to face with people again. If I just stay here and wait, they're going to forget about me. So I need to be there. And also I just wanted to make people feel that they can, I just wanted to offer my support in a way or another. So for me, the first lockdown and even now, it's been a moment of giving rather than asking or promoting. And so I pushed myself out of my comfort zone and I started organizing webinars and talks with other professionals, trying to give value to it. So I wasn't talking about how to wear a blazer, how to style up a blazer. No, I was talking about how to feel better. I don't know, how to take care of your skin, how to take care of your hair. So all topics that, especially for women, have been really important, let's say, because we were all like, oh, my roots, I need to go to the hairdresser. And for 3 months we couldn't. So all things like that. And they've been really successful. So I had lots of people coming and lots of compliments. And consequently, after the lockdown, I had lots of bookings, you know.
Oh, excellent.
Although that wasn't my aim, so I never used these talks to promote my business or to ask people book a session with me. It just happened. So it was really rewarding, but I can tell you this, it was really tough because again, I found myself to look after my boy all by myself. And being there, it meant to really work around the clock. So I put him to sleep and then I started doing something else. It was really, really tough. So what I really need to tell to everyone who runs a business or want to open a business is you really need to love it with all your strengths because it's not going to be easy. Now, this has been an unprecedented year and situation, but you're going to have lots of challenges ahead. So if you just give up, you are going to lose everything you have fought for.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's absolutely great advice, Stefania. Thank you so much for that. I mean, a lot of us have learned in this, in these times especially, is that it's about giving rather than asking people to kind of, buy from you as such. And I guess with the social media and the webinars, it's kept you visible to people, and they just, you come across really, really well, and you are your brand. That's what people say, right? You are your brand, you are the face of your business, and to stay visible is really important. So also just want to know, like, what is the biggest lesson in business that you've learned along in the past 5 years?
Oh, the biggest lesson. I think will is power. Again,
Yeah.
will is power. So no matter what everyone's told you, no matter if people told you you can't do something, if you want, you can.
Excellent, excellent. I love that. Excellent advice. And
I can become president of the United States.
I think you can. I think you should run for it next time.
Well, I do better than Trump for sure. I'm joking.
Brilliant. And what advice would you give then to if someone's thinking about watching this and they're thinking, I really want to start a business. What do I do? Where do I start? Should I do it? Should I leave my job? I mean, what is the biggest piece of advice or the most valuable piece of advice that you would give to them?
Um, well, obviously, I started running a business when I had nothing to lose. This is true. So I moved to another country. I didn't have a job or a salary, so it was quite easy. Although it's been difficult anyway to move and to leave everything that was certain. But the big change happened. What happened? So I had nothing to lose. But when you live, your daily life and you start thinking of starting a business, you have two choices: or you quit everything and you start straight away to run your business, or you just do it slowly, maybe asking a part-time job. If they allow you to have a part-time job, then probably this is the wisest choice. It depends. It really depends on the personality, I guess, and the situation. If you're really fed up with what you are doing and maybe you have some savings, so maybe you can just, say stop and start your own journey. It is important to have savings, because a mistake that lots of entrepreneurs do is saying, oh, but my business doesn't really require big investments. I don't need I don't need a space to rent. I don't need big tools to buy. But if you run a business, you need to do some investments anyway, whether it is social media, whether it is, a VA to help you with some contents because you can't do everything on your own, or whether it is some tools, whether it is some, networking, which is really important in a business. So you will need to do some investment. So you can quit your job if you have some investment to help you run your business for at least 2 years. without having probably a big earning back, So, and that's another important thing, planning. So you just don't start like this. Have a plan, have a business plan, and follow it.
Excellent. That's excellent advice, Stefania. Thank you. You mentioned about networking there, actually. So in terms of networking, what do you think of networking, and do you think that it has helped you in your business? And do you think that networking, that you have to network in a certain place or with certain people? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, my personal experience with networking is just amazing. I couldn't recommend it high enough. I started. You think that I started my business and I didn't have any connection in the UK, and for me it was like necessary. But once again, it was really challenging because I didn't know the language very well, and I was really shy to talk in front of other people. So it's been a great challenge, but still I pushed myself out of my comfort zone. I did it, and after a few months I started having paying clients, and this is how my business started. You need to start somewhere. Sometimes you need to start right where you don't feel comfortable. So I can just recommend everyone who runs a business to have a networking, even more than one if you can, honestly, because it's really, really important. So even when you start, and probably when you start feeling familiar with your group of networking, that's the moment for you to start visiting others and attending others, or become a member of another networking group, because again, it's a never-ending journey, so you can't just feel comfortable, never.
Yeah, I think that's the main
I'm
advice.
becoming scary now. It's not like that. But just to let you know, when I started networking, I was really freaking out. I was scared, and now I really enjoy it. So we changed.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah, like you adapt, like you said, you have to be adaptable to change. I think that's the biggest point in business is if you're not adaptable to change, your business isn't gonna lift off, and you're not gonna get to where you want to get to and get to your goal. Because you have to change and adapt to all the different situations and scenarios. I mean, on networking, actually, Stefania, I would also just kind of add on to your tips there, is that um, you have to surround yourself with like-minded people. I mean, do you agree with that, or?
Yes, absolutely. So, as you know, I am a member of a networking group, and I have visited many others. So, I follow my own advice. I have visited many others, and I have to say that not every working session has been as good. So, I have visited some groups where just the vibes, I just didn't feel at home. I just didn't feel the vibes were good for me. Whilst I have visited other group, even if I didn't know anybody in there, I was feeling confident. So sometimes it's just something in the air. Some
Yeah.
people are, as you were saying, are like-minded with you, are aligned with you and your way to do and your way to be. And somehow the atmosphere make you feel empowered and confident. Other situation might not be ideal for you. So don't, it's good to put yourself out of your comfort zone, but if you feel like something is not for you, just don't do it. Don't force yourself too much, because probably some people are not doing nothing, for your business and yourself.
Excellent. So, guys, network, and surround yourself with people that are like-minded and that are going to help you, inspire you, and push you out of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And this is what Boss Women is here for as well. And this is why we have created this platform for people and for women, just to kind of help one another. It's absolutely brilliant. So just to kind of one final question, Stefania, before I let you go.
I hope I know the answer.
What are your top 3 tips?
Ooh, for like now or for networking?
For in I would say in business in general,
Okay.
and just in life, what are your and fashion, what are your top 3 tips?
All right. I think at the moment, because of the circumstances, I feel like these can be very good general tips. First of all, because we talk about personal branding, you are your brand ambassador, and always you are your brand ambassador. So whenever you have the chance to present yourself for your work and for your brand, just try to nail it. Okay, try not to forget that you are your brand ambassador. So always believe in what you say, and so for this is also very important. Once again, be authentic, be yourself, because if you just act, you are going to forget, and it is really important. It is really important to be authentic. And once again, be original. All right. So, as I was saying before, this is truly important to understand what is the general offer and what you can do better, or anyway, what you can do different, because you want to stand out. So, you can stand out with your style and you can stand out with your brand. I think these are my 3 top tips.
Excellent, excellent tips. Thank you so much, Stefania. That's absolutely brilliant. And we're going to finish off here. So thank you everybody for watching. It's been a pleasure to have you here, Stefania, and I look forward to doing more interviews with you and actually going shopping as well.
Yeah.
It's well overdue. I think we've been wanting to doing it since this time last year. So yeah, it will be something. It'll be something you'd have a little coffee, go do a little bit of shopping. That'll be very enjoyable. So, but thank you so much, Stefania, for coming along. And I want to finish off again with your tagline, please.
This time I'm gonna be, prepared. So, one of a style, because you are one of a kind.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. See you later, Stefania.
Bye.
Bye bye.